It's true. Le Coq Sportif really lived a loved story with the Tour de France for a while. The reason is pretty obvious. I think when you spend 47 years next to somebody, usually it means that there is a true and strong connection. And the first time these two French jewels actually collaborated started in 1951. It didn't stop until '88 when Pedro Delgado won the Tour de France. So. The reason is really obvious. Two French jewels, both dedicated to the highest expression of sport, but also the highest expression of emotion, because I think the two brands have something unique in common. It's their values. If you watch the images of Le Tour 15 years ago or 20 years ago, it's exactly the same as today. Even 100 years ago, people on the roads are just crazy about it. They love it. They're smiling. They're smiling for 6 hours over the day, and there are really few events that provides this kind of emotion. And as a brand, Le Coq Sportif, we've always been trying to be more connected to the emotions of sport than the performance itself. So yes, a true love story, and we hope it's going to continue for a while. Émile Camuset is the visionaire, the founder as well of Le Coq Sportif, and what remains today is simply all the spirit of that person, in the sense that he was a fan of sport products. He was a fan of sport, mainly cycling and football, by the way. And what he dedicated his life to is to create the most qualitative products for his fellow sportsmen, actually. And that's what led him in the beginning to use the material of his father in the atelier in Troyes to actually produce the first soccer jerseys and cycling jerseys. What remains today is really the spirit that a sport brand needs to provide the most qualitative products to its consumer, and that's the reason why last year we reopened a development center in one of the most iconic factories back in Romilly, where actually the brand started to produce its own products. So we went back to our roots, where the sons actually of Émile Camuset kept creating some products, and that's exactly what we do on an everyday basis. We do exactly the same as he was doing. The victory for Le Coq Sportif, I would say, is to make sure that we, through our actions, provide proper emotion to the people who are watching sport. As I was saying, we're less interested by the end result. Of course, it's great to win, but what we really work for is to be a warm, welcoming brand that doesn't segment and targets differently the people. We want to create a sort of family, and we believe that's what sport has been created for. It's a school of life. It's where you meet your first experience, fear, injury, stress, cheating. It's the school of the emotions. So for us, the victory is about the emotions of sport. Today, the way Le Coq Sportif will connect with the rest of the world is through the natural coverage that Le Tour de France provides. It broadcasted in 200 countries, and today Le Coq Sportif is not present in 200 countries. So it's pretty interesting actually to know that from 2012 we'll be visible in countries that actually we don't sell any products for the time being. At the first step for us will be to focus the attention on the countries that are important for us. So it's France, Italy, Spain, and UK, where we have subsidiary that we need to develop. And by nature, we will connect with the rest of the continent, simply because we will be visible. But the major actions will be focused on this territory, because we need to be strong first at home, then to really develop the brand at an international level. And of course, Asia and the United States will follow, because they are huge followers of Le Tour. But again, one step after the other. So first be strong at home, and then develop ourselves in the rest of the continents.